Entrevistas que lo conectan al mundo. Así amaneció.
El 23 de junio de este año, Netflix estrenó una serie diferente. Algo que no es normal y un trabajo que no es normal. Y para eso hemos llamado a su conductora, la fabulosa Melanie Rose, del programa Cómo, diseñar una habitación erótica. Empezamos a hablar con ella. Vamos.
Melanie, thank you very much for being with us today.
Oh, Guillermo, thank you so much indeed for asking me to join you today. I'm very excited about this.
Le voy a preguntar a Melanie, obviamente, ¿qué piensa del apodo que le han dado a ella como la Mary Poppins del sexo? Vamos a preguntarle esto ahora.
You've been calling the Mary Poppins of sex. I love that nickname. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts about that nickname?
You know, I actually really rather like it. It's very fun. And yes, I like it very much. I mean, Mary Poppins is very English, and she has her bag of tricks, and it's not a spoonful of sugar from me. It's more like, here, do you like my flogger or butt plug?
Bueno, nos dice ella que le fascina el apodo que le han puesto porque primero que todo Mary Poppins es inglesa y después porque Mary Poppins, al igual que ella, tiene una maletita llena de sorpresas, que no las que tiene Mary Poppins como azúcar, sino unas sorpresas mucho más eróticas. Vamos a preguntarle ahora cómo empezó en este negocio de diseñar cuartos de sexo. ¿Cómo empezó esta aventura? ¿Dónde nació todo?
So how did everything started? How did you get involved in designing and building sex rooms?
I happen to be working with some clients of mine who I work with, I've been with them for about 4 or 5 years. And ironically, I was in the bedroom at the time when one of the clients said to me, have you ever designed a sex room before? And I was like, oh, this is odd. We're in the bedroom. We're talking about, watching porn just to, what locks and measures can I keep the children out? And I was like, oh, I've never designed a sex room before. So what I did was I went home and did a huge amount of research. And what I found was just not very sexy at all. And I thought, well, hang on a second. It gets such a bad rap because when you think of sex rooms, you think of dungeons. When you think of dungeons, you think of pain. When you think of pain, you think of something disgusting and dirty. So people think it's, dirty and disgusting. And I thought, well, but it's not. They don't have to be dirty and disgusting. They don't have to be dungeons. They can be something lavish. They can be something that's really beautiful. So I thought, why not do this? Why not turn the tables on this and put in a different twist?
Bueno, nos dice que ella estaba con un cliente de 4 o 5 años que él había trabajado ya con él y un día le pregunta, oye, ¿por qué no me diseñas un cuarto de sexo? Y ella le ha dicho, sí, justamente estaban viendo porno con el cliente, muy amigables, pero, ojo, no pasó nada. Pero le dijo, diséñame un cuarto de sexo. Y ella le dijo, me gusta la idea. Fue a su casa, hizo mucha investigación, porque la mayoría de la gente cuando piensa en sexo, en cuartos de sexo, piensa en dolor, piensa en cuerdas, amarres, piensa en cosas feas. Y la verdad es que no es tanto así. Y que ella desde ahí empezó a trabajar en esto. Le voy a preguntar, primero le voy a decir lo que yo pienso, que normalmente la gente piensa en 50 Shades of Grey, en la película, piensa en cuero, en negro, pero lo que yo he podido ver de ella es que los cuartos son bonitos, son calurosos, que generan ese ánimo de calor. Y le voy a preguntar lo principal, si ella alguna vez ha pensado en ser una terapeuta sexual, porque lo hace muy bien en el programa.
When you say that, it comes to my mind always black and leather and paint and 50 Shades of Grey kind of room sex. No, the ones that you designed. The ones that you designed, they were heartwarming, they were nice, they were cute, they were inviting for you to be there. Do you ever thought about being a sex therapist? Because you do it really well in the show.
You know what? Thank you so much indeed. I think in general design, you know, aside from sex rooms, I think you become a therapist of sorts for your clients anyway, you know, because you are, you know, you get to know them. There is that level of trust and confidentiality. But I don't know if I would want to be a sex therapist.
Bueno, nos dice que ella, cuando diseña para cualquier cliente, ella se convierte en una terapista, pero que la verdad es que no ha pensado nunca en convertirse en una terapista sexual. Bueno, le voy a decir que lo que pienso es que como ella saca lo mejor de cada una de las parejas cuando habla de sexo, por eso le voy a preguntar, que por eso yo decía, mejor dicho, que por qué ella no se convertía en una terapista sexual.
It's not only the way that you ask them, it's the way that you bring the best out of those couples about talking about what they want about sex. That's when I'm thinking she should be a great sex therapist when I was watching the show.
That's all very well, Guillermo, but you know the story about therapists. Therapists always need therapists as well.
That's true.
Bueno, nos dice que terapistas van a ser terapistas siempre y que por eso ella prefiere solamente diseñar. Le voy a preguntar cuánto tiempo lleva en esto de diseñar cuartos de sexo.
How long you been doing this?
As far as sex rooms, 10 years. Yeah, as far as interior design, 15, 20 years, something like that.
Ella nos contesta, cuartos de sexo, diseñar cuartos de sexo, 10 años. Pero que la carrera como diseñadora entre 15 y 20 años. Le voy a preguntar si nos puede contar cuáles han sido los pedidos más raros que haya tenido ella. Espero que me lo pueda contestar.
Well, let's talk about the weirdest wishes and desires that some of your clients had before. Can you tell us one of those?
You know what? Most of my clients, and I hope you appreciate that, I signed NDAs with.
You don't have to tell me the name. You just have to. I want to know.
You know, they are I signed NDAs with them because of high profiles and so forth. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's really been anything that shocks me, or has been felt really weird to me. And this occurred actually during the show when we were filming it, and one of the producers came up to me, and I was just talking to the couple, and we had just taken a break, and she went, "You didn't seem shocked at all. Did that not? I went, no, because I've heard it all. Nothing really shocks me. I find it very curious about people's psychology and why they want these things."
Bueno, lo que nos dice ella es que no nos puede dar muchos detalles porque ha firmado documentos donde ella no puede revelar ni los nombres ni los pedidos de sus clientes. Pero que ella nunca ya no le sorprende nada, y que tampoco nunca le sorprendió, que es más, cuando se estaba filmando con una de las parejas de este programa de televisión, una de las productoras se le acercó y le dijo, oye, ¿no te impresiona lo que te acaban de pedir? Y él dijo, no, la verdad es que lo he visto y me han pedido ya todo, así que me impresionan muy pocas cosas. Bueno, le voy a preguntar, a mi nivel personal, una de las cosas que me ha impresionado es cómo ella se convierte en amigos de las parejas y cómo ellos al final de cada cuarto quedan muy agradecidos por el trabajo que ella hace. Le voy a preguntar si ella siente lo mismo.
What I like about the show also is how do you become part of the couple in some way, that you become really friends with them, talking about their life and how at the end of each room they feel so appreciated and they're so thankful to you of what you do at the end. Do you feel the same every time?
I do, yes. And it's a very English thing when people say to me, oh, how do I feel about it? And I feel really great and wonderful, but I don't I take it on board internally. Because I'm English, so there is that reservation there. You know, I don't have an ego. I get embarrassed when people compliment me too much because I don't know how to do that. For me, I just want the people and the couples to be happy. I think a lot of it is because I'm English, and none of the couples knew I was English.
Bueno, nos dice que como buena inglesa, ella no muestra muchos sentimientos porque así son los ingleses. Los ingleses no demuestran muchas cosas. Que ella lo que quiere al final del día es que las parejas estén felices, que ella nunca demuestra con las parejas lo que ella siente, porque como buena inglés se lo guarda para ella misma, pero que lo que le interesa a ella es que las parejas terminen felices. Bueno, le voy a preguntar si nos puede dar un par de consejos a nuestra audiencia de la felicidad y el sexo, porque normalmente escuchamos que una pareja feliz es una pareja que es muy activa sexualmente.
Can you give my audience some kind of advices of how to go about their sex life as a couple? What do you think makes people happy when they're in the bedroom that can overgo to their regular life? Because we know that a very sexy couple is a very happy couple.
Very true. I think what I would hope this show, how this show comes across, I would like couples to be able to have a conversation about sex.
Okay.
If you think about it, most couples don't. They'll go to bed and then the act sort of like, goes from a bit of stroking and then it's sort of like missionary position, in, out, roll over and then go to sleep. But if you talk about sex and really find out what the other person perhaps would like, I think it breaks that, it opens up that conversation for you to express what you would like to feel in bed and between the sheets.
Bueno, ella nos dice que lo más importante que tiene ella es darnos como consejo, es que las parejas deben hablar del sexo. No solamente ser unas máquinas, entrar a la cama y tomar una posición y terminar, no. Que cada uno debería hablar con su pareja para tener en cuenta cómo terminar complaciendo a la demás parte a la otra parte de la pareja, para que sean felices en el sexo. Le voy a preguntar si todas las parejas pueden ser felices a través del sexo y si las parejas que han llegado a un punto estancado en su vida sexual pueden volver a ser felices.
Do you think that every couple can go and be kind of kinky or let's say sexy with their life, or you need to have something else for be a really nice sexual couple? Because I know a lot of couples, friends, that their sexual life is overboard. So do you think that every couple can be rescued with sex?
I think every couple can be rescued with sex, yes. I mean, it's the most intimate and most vulnerable part of our being. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, you're showing your vulnerability by being naked and, all that intimacy that comes with that. I think every couple can overcome that perhaps shyness and can actually have a better sex life. But I think that, again, involves a communication. And I think it's also important to realize that there is no shame in bringing adult sex toys into the bedroom. It's very natural.
Bueno, nos dice ella que toda pareja puede ser rescatada con el sexo, que hay que hablarlo, que es una parte muy íntima y muy delicada de las personas, pero que se puede salvar y que una de las maneras de salvar a una pareja sexualmente es trayendo juguetes sexuales a la cama. Así que mire usted. Bueno, le voy a decir que en Ecuador no hay expertos para armar cuartos sexuales o diseñar cuartos de sexo. Que si nos puede dar algún consejo.
We don't have somebody who is an expert in my country for sex rooms, to build sex rooms. So is there any advice if somebody wants to build their own sex rooms?
Yeah, think about how are you going to, first of all, is this going to be part of your bedroom? Or is this going to be another room in your home? If it is, think about what you want out of that room. Is it going to be a fantasy room? Or is it going to be, like you're role playing? So as soon as you open the door, you become two different people. Or is it going to be purely a romantic and sensual space where it takes that sexuality and that sensuality up a notch or two? If you're going to do it as bedroom, then I would suggest get some beautiful linens, bed linens, get some really luxurious throws and pillows. And, you can always fit a bed restraints under the mattress. so that nobody will see them, but you know it's there, and psychologically it's a little bit kinky.
Bueno, nos dice que lo que nos puede aconsejar, primero es que si queremos hacer un cuarto, diseñar un cuarto de sexo dentro de nuestro propio dormitorio, o si lo queremos hacer aparte, que ella aconseja que tengamos unas lindas sábanas, un lindo cobertor, lindas almohadas especiales, que podemos esconder unos juguetes debajo del colchón, pero que sobre todo nos demos cuenta qué queremos hacer y cómo lo queremos hacer. Melanie, muchísimas gracias por haber estado con nosotros el día de hoy. Eso le vamos a decir a ella, puesto que la verdad es que ha sido una espectacular entrevista el día de hoy por nuestra semana de aniversario.
Guillermo, thank you very much indeed for having me, and much love to all the fans who've watched the show. Thank you so much indeed for your love and support.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much.